Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and happy Friday to you guys. I'm sure some of you are still or most of you are still isolated in your homes because of the coronavirus still out here. Guys, I wanted to talk to you all today about the spirit of rejection. And this thing can run so deep, and sometimes we don't even realize that we're carrying a spirit of rejection. And I'm sure, all of you know what rejection is, so I don't have to get into that. But many times, the reason why we're carrying that spirit is because we've been rejected in the past. Let it be in childhood, because maybe a certain parent, was not there. Could have been just addicted to drugs or just not there. So you feel as a child you were rejected. So it's like you then grew and carry that spirit along with you. And so it's almost like, okay, so anybody I encounter, I'm going to try to please, so they don't leave me like my parent did, or like that, whoever that person may be. I don't want to feel that feeling of rejection. It doesn't feel good. It makes me feel lonely and lost. So anybody I encounter, I'm going to give them everything. I'm going to love on them. I'm just going to give them my all, because if I feel like if I just love them abundantly and just treat them so well, that they will never reject me and leave me. Well, so with that being said, truth be told, you may encounter some individuals who you love on, even though that's not a healthy way to love, because I believe no matter how much you love someone, you still have to have boundaries and you have to have limits. If that person is not reciprocating that type of loyalty, respect, and love back to you. Now, if you're loving on someone wholeheartedly and giving your all to someone who's reciprocating that, then you know what? That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. One of the best feelings in the world. But with people who deal with the spirit of rejection, sadly, they find themselves gravitate more towards the people who are rejecting them and do not want them. So you may have 50 people waiting at the door who want to love you properly, but because you're dealing with that seed and that spirit of rejection, you're going to find yourself wanting the individuals who do not want you. Now, some of that can be, just competition. Sometimes, it makes you want a person more, when they're kind of giving you like, a little hard chase. Sorry, guys, that's my emails. When they're like giving you like a little run for your money, it kind of makes you want them more, like, okay, I'm going to conquer that. I'm going to get you. But that's a fine line. But I'm speaking about someone who blatantly does not want you, blatantly treating you like crap, no matter how much you give them, no matter how much you love on them properly. They just can't reciprocate that love. And then sorry guys, and then you find yourself just in a place where they are literally emptying your soul. Your soul. Because in your little beautiful mind is like, I just can't understand. I'm giving this person everything to the point that, I'm lacking because I'm giving them everything, and they're still not appreciating how much. They don't even recognize it. They don't even see it or acknowledge how much I'm doing. Like, I just don't understand. And it's because that person who you're doing it for is the wrong individual. It's the wrong individual. And again, I'm not saying that you can't love on that person, because again, I do believe we should love everyone. But again, it's with boundaries and limits. When it's somebody who's not reciprocating and they're hurting you over and over, you have to start telling yourself that, that person is not worthy of your love. So you're going to have to start pulling back. You may not be strong enough to just, walk away cold turkey, but you're going to have to start pulling back. You're going to have to learn to start loving from a distance. That's where I am now. I literally just, always just helped and took care of everyone, because I felt like, I'm a people pleaser and all that stuff. Okay, but you had to still tap into that spirit to figure out where it's coming from. Are you helping some people too much? Why can't you walk away easily? Very easily from a person who's not appreciating you. Even if this person is not, doing harmful things to you, but they're not even acknowledging how much you do, how much you give. Don't even recognize it and say thank you. That's toxic. So at some point, you're going to have to go back to the drawing board and say, you know what, I'm going to have to put some boundaries into place to see how to love this person from a distance, how I can still help, but with limits to the point that it's not hurting me. That's the difference. And some individuals you're going to have to walk away from for good. And I guarantee you, when you get to that point, when you leave that comfortable setting and that comfortable toxic surrounding, God will then probably have you sit in a season of singleness and isolation as he work and heal you, heal those broken areas, and help you to confront why you're dealing with that rejection spirit. And then eventually he will, help you become whole again. And then he will send another whole person to you that's going to give you double for your trouble. They're going to love you more. They're going to appreciate you more. But you can't reach that season until you're willing to walk away from the individuals who are taking advantage of you. And, some people feel like, oh my God, I've lost all this time. And listen, I personally believe there is no such thing as lost time. It's about learning. You learn something in that. You learn how, yes, it may have hurt you, but now you learn how you do not want to be treated again. So now when you move forward, you now know what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate very early on. So you didn't lose any time. That was learning time. And, don't get too much in your head about, okay, I wasted 10 years with this person. Because when you start thinking like that, it's going to start playing with your mind. Like, well, okay, I might as well stay the next 10 years or for the rest of my life. I wasted these years. No, you didn't waste no time, boo. You didn't waste no time. Life is a journey. Everything connects the dots. So once you leave, there's going to be another dot that you will eventually get to on this thing that is a journey. Life is a journey that will ultimately lead you to your destination. But you have to get back to the seed and to the root of why am I this way? Why I just want to just love on every single person, no matter how bad they treat me. That's not healthy. Not healthy. And I finally, thank God, I can see now. I can see. So I just want to encourage you guys, like I said, listen, don't ever change that good heart, because that good heart is where all your blessings lie. No matter who appreciates and who do not appreciate it, one thing for sure is that God sees everything that you do from your heart. So he's taking notes on what you do. No matter who don't appreciate it, he's taking notes because you did what you did from the goodness of your heart. So your blessings will come back from God, not people. When you bless somebody, there's a good chance your blessings don't come back from that same person. Your blessings are returned from God because he's seen what you've done. So don't regret anything. Don't regret your big heart. Just regret. If you're going to regret anything, just regret the person who you may have done it for. If you want to regret anything. Well, you guys have a great one. Stay safe out there. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.